first joined SIFE to do GMB, I didn't really know what to expect. I wanted to make new friends. I wanted to get more involved. I stayed in SIFE because I realized that SIFE is really special. And by that I mean it gives you a very special power. And that is to use what we learn as business students to help the community do sustainable projects. So I understand the amount of responsibility that's going to come with this position. But we need more than just responsibility. We need more than just grades. We need more than someone who just want to put this position on a resume. We need someone with a drive, commitment, and belief that SIFE can be the best organization in Texas. We live in the #1 city for young business professionals. We go to the #1 school with the #1 business program in Texas. There is absolutely no excuse for anyone on this stage to not believe that SIFE UH can be #1 in the state. Now, I'm not saying that project manager, this is going to be done this year. I'm not saying it'll be done in the next 5 years. I'm just going to say that as project manager, my priority is to make sure I put us on that right track. Now, I'm not going to stand here and throw out ideas and what we're going to do to make SIFE better. We are a team. Ideas do not come from me. It comes from every single person in this room. So I'm not going to make you work on ideas that I want to do or what the officer want to do. We are going to do projects that we want to do. So my agenda is very simple. Increase you guys' involvement on this team. When I was at Addison Middle School, we went over there every Friday, an extra hour and a half of our time, sit down, talk to the kids, help them produce a rally. And as I look to my left and look to my right, there was 2 persons with me. And I think to myself, we can do so much more, but we do not have the manpower. So before we help other people, we have to help ourselves. And I'm going to implement that with 3 things. #1, organization and communication. Like I said before, every single person in on here should have a voice. I'm going to make sure that every single person in here will have access to the adequate amount of information that they need for these projects. Now, if you don't show up to a meeting and you don't get the information you need, so you can make that commitment, because these projects are a commitment, that's okay. I will hunt you down. #2, I'm going to make things more convenient for everybody. Now, as college students, we want to help. We want to put out our time and be more involved. But sometimes we need an extra hour and a half every Friday to maybe study for that finance test or that supply chain test. I'm going to make sure that I talk to every single one of you and work around your schedule. If you can't show up to the project meeting, I'm going to make sure there's another way for you to still stay involved in these projects. And #3, incentive. Now, if you take time out of your busy schedule to help SIFE, it is our responsibility to help you back. Now, getting the satisfaction out of helping the community should be an incentive enough, okay? But in this economy, we want jobs, okay? So I'm going to make sure these projects are something that you're going to want to put on your resume. By that, I mean I'm going to create sub-officer positions. So when you work in a project, we can work together instead of working underneath me. So you can be assistant project manager, logistic manager, marketing manager. And I'm also going to do that by making sure that this is something that you can put on your resume, because I can attest that companies love SIFE. For every single one of my interview, for the one that I do the best at, for my internship at Schlumberger, I talk about SIFE for 30 minutes about the projects I did and the things that I do to help the community with an entrepreneurship mindset. So I know that it can work for you guys too. Now I'm going to leave with a quote. This quote was actually on a video on the very first meeting that we had this semester, and it's by Martin Luther King, and it says, "An idea without action is like an arrow NIL bowl. I am not saying that I'm that guy to give you that bowl. What I am saying is that I am going to do every single thing that I can so that we can work and build that bowl together to shoot Scythe into success and Texas State into second place. Thank you very much.